What's up, kids? Everybody was solid X state, man. Is it not the case? Is it not the case that men indeed do fancy themselves to be God? Think of it. So many want to be God, want to be their own God. The whole notion of finding your own truth. Doesn't it imply that, you are God over your reality? You will decide. So many want to be their own God. And yet God, the God of the Bible, became a man. So many men want to become their own God. And yet the God of the Bible became a man. In the book of Isaiah chapter 14, it reads, and this is speaking of the devil. How you have fallen from heaven, O star of the morning, son of the dawn. You have been cut down to the earth, you who have weakened the nations. But you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. This is so, herein is the accusation that is leveled against the devil. Stripped of the veneer of that which he would, purport himself to be. Strip away the veneer of his deception. And what do you see? This is what it says here. But you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God, and I will sit on the mount of the assembly, in the recesses of the north, in the highest place, most farthest removed above all. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. This is the devil's agenda. It has always been the devil's agenda. It is the devil's errand. It is the devil's errand to set himself above the stars of God, man. But what does it say of Jesus Christ? In Philippians chapter 2, starting in verse 6, who, although he existed in the form of God, did not regard equality with God a thing to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking the form of a bondservant, and being made in the likeness of men. Being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to the point of death, even the death of the cross. For this reason God highly exalted him and bestowed upon him the name which is above every name, so that at the name of Jesus every knee should bow, of those who are in heaven, and of those who are on the earth, and of those who are under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Jesus is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. This is where God is at. He humbled himself to serve us. He humbled himself that in himself a way would be made, man, for us to draw near to God. He did not give us some religious path. He did not give us some monastery and some wise words. He gave us himself, broken, spilled for us. In Galatians 4, starting in chapter 4, starting in verse 4, but when the fullness of time came, God sent forth his Son, born of a woman, born under the law, so that he might redeem those who were under the law, that we might receive the adoption as sons. This, if you will, man, is where God is at, man. This is the most street cred, righteous God of all. Though we are lower and earthly and demonic. And though we would think, to build our Tower of Babel to the clouds and set ourselves on high, Christ came to die for our sin. God humbled himself and became a man. So many would become a God, and yet God became a man in service to our salvation, in service to, that which we have need of, which is redemption. To be, bought, if you will, to be bought and drawn up into the care and into the purpose and into the will of God through the blood of his Son, Jesus Christ. Right on. Yeah, so like and subscribe to this channel so that the YouTube algorithm won't completely disregard this video. Right, God bless. Take care. See you guys next time.